can't get any words. Podcasts don't last, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. How are we all today? I hope we're well. We've got another guest episode for you guys today, and I'm absolutely stoked to be sitting next to the guy beside me. We have Mr. Brad Walton in the... Well, we're not in the studio, are we? We're in your gym.
That's it, yeah. A bit of a different scenery for you.
That's it, mate. I love it. This is the first episode we've recorded in a boxing gym. So, a Thai boxing gym.
Yeah, that's sick.
I'm
glad to be the first.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on. So do you want to tell everyone a bit about yourself? Who are you?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sweet.
I know, it's such a terrible question.
All good. All right. So my name's Brad the Weapon Walton, professional Muay Thai fighter, professional bare knuckle boxer, 11-time Muay Thai champion, about to go for a world title in bare knuckle boxing in January. Mm-hmm. So I've had 33 pro fights in Thai boxing. That's pretty much where I'm at the moment with my career. Yeah, fighting in, as I said, January. So
yeah, awesome. Yep. Well, yeah, we'll get to that because that's a title fight, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, world title. Yeah,
awesome. So where did it all stem from? How old were you when you started training, and why? I suppose.
All right. So as a kid, I had a pretty rough upbringing.
Okay.
And by that, as like I just keep it vague, but so I come home from school. My dad had committed suicide. He had rigor mortis in the car. He was pretty stiff and that. So I come home to a pretty crazy sight and scene. Mm-hmm. Then I lost my mum at 16 to drug overdose as well. Ended up in streets. I was addicted to substances myself. From 16 to 20, overcome all that, got to 20, and I was just getting nowhere in life, hanging out with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. Moved up here to Queensland, got away from it 15 years ago now. Mm-hmm. And when I got up here, that's how I started Thai boxing. So now we're into that part.
Yeah, perfect.
So, I was actually watching this movie called Ong Bak.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's Tony Jaa in it, and he was doing all this crazy stuff and everything like that. And I'd never seen Thai boxing, or I wasn't even. I was completely a foreigner to it. So I'd only ever known of the Western box, just pure boxing. And then when I seen this, I was like, "This is wild. What is this, man? I got to give this a try. I want to learn it. What do I do?" And then that was where I got introduced to Thai boxing. I went to a local gym near where I was staying at the time, and within 6 months, I had my first fight. And one second round knockout, and then it all started from there, and one thing after another, and here we are.
Here we are, yeah. So how old were you then? 20?
20. I hadn't even turned 21 yet, so I was still 20.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So
is that relatively late to be starting?
To my understanding, everyone that I fight against and everyone that I know of started before as they could walk sort of thing, so under 10. So
that's
to my
sick.
understanding, it is pretty late.
Yeah, cool.
But as I say to everyone else, it's never too late for anything in life. So
exactly, mate.
Just get in and have a crack.
100%. Look at me, I'm a fat 33-year-old from Logan having a crack.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's it, brother.
So you got that first fight 6 months from training.
Yeah, 6 months.
Is that relatively quick as well?
I don't know exactly. Like I have my guys that I'm pretty confident if I do the training and they put the work in and stuff, I'll get them in the ring within 6 months. I'm pretty confident with their skill set within then.
Yeah, cool.
But I jumped in the deep end. So when I had my first fight, I didn't fight mod Thai. I fight full Thai rules. So it was with elbows and everything.
Oh, right.
Not that one elbow was thrown in the first fight. But so from my understanding, it is relatively quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, all good, mate. No stress.
Yeah, so it is pretty quick from what I am aware of. But
cool.
So.
And how'd you feel after that first win? Must have been crazy.
It was wild. So, long story short is I wasn't doing the best habits. I still had some bad habits. I was smoking like a pack of 20s a day. Just silly. I hadn't actually fully cleared out myself yet. Still had some bad habits. After that fight, so funny thing is as I said earlier, my parents had both passed. So at the end of the first round, I went back to my trainer at the time, and I was wiping the floor with the guy, and I was that gassed. I said, "Throw the towel in, I'm done." Yeah, she looked at me and goes, "This guy killed your parents." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck? All right, sweet. I'm going out to take this guy's head off." And even though I wanted to, I was that dead and gassed because I didn't know what it was like to actually hop in a ring and fight.
Yeah.
Went back out, and in my head I still had, all right, I'm going to basically take this hit and I'm going to take a dive. But I was lucky enough, as he threw an overhand, I sort of ducked the overhand and just threw a wild knee up, and it got him in the sternum and finished him.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I was pretty lucky, man. Yeah, it was a very crazy introduction to the fighting. But after that, then I realised, wow, if you really want to go somewhere or do something with it, you have to be fully committed and switched on. And gave up the smokes and everything else, all the other bad habits that I was doing.
After that first fight?
After that first fight,
cool.
Kicked it, and I was like, this is just crazy, man. I can't do that. So I can't be half in.
Yeah.
And I actually had a landscape gardening business, so I was just doing a bit of council work for the council, and then ended up getting an injury. And when I come back from compo, there was no work for me at the time.
Okay.
As there is when you come back off from compo, no boss wants to get you back on the books. So I ended up starting up my own landscape gardening business.
Okay.
So while I was training at the time, I was still training maybe anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day, and I still had my own business that I was trying to take care of as well. But after that first fight, I think I had maybe one or two more, and I actually turned around to one of my brothers and said, man, you can have this business. This is yours. I'm going to get on Centrelink, and I'm taking this passion to the next step. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it did. I dug right in. First 4 fights were all win by knockout.
Okay.
Then I got first title shot, and I thought, all right, sweet, I'm giving this. Finally able to get off Centrelink and the government benefits of that, and kick it to a curve. And now, it's all professional, and crazy opportunities are just coming my way at the moment. So
it seems that way.
Blessing.
Yeah, there's a few big things coming your way.
Yeah.
So I suppose, you said it was that movie that got you into it all.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's because I've never been in any fight whatsoever.
Yeah, not a bad thing.
Trust me. I'm looking to get on a fight card next year. It's basically just a bunch of podcasters that go and punch on for a little bit. So no one's professionally trained or anything.
Awesome,
so
bro.
it's just a bit of fun. But so I've started dipping my toe a little bit. And you mentioned before, like, you're gassing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, hey?
It is, yeah. I even say to people, like, whether they're trained, experienced or not, I say to everyone, if you've got it and you stop training, fitness is the first thing to go, the very last thing to come back.
Yeah, it's nuts. Because I went down... there's what's his name? Matty from Blokes Advice invited me down. He's got a fight this Friday, I think it is, against Callum Von Moger. And
I'll be there. Yeah.
Oh, will you? Yeah, cool.
One
round wars.
I'll be there. Yeah,
awesome.
There,
I'm thinking about cruising up there myself.
Should
so
do, bro. Yeah, it'll be a good day.
We'll see how that goes. So he hit me up on the weekend. He goes, I've got the fight on Friday. You want to come and do a couple of rounds this morning?
Yeah,
and I'm
brother, that's it.
I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. Yeah. And after a minute, I was wrecked. I was like,
it takes a row. Like, and even when you think you're fit, you hop in there and you're like, where'd all my fitness go?
Yeah, 100%.
Still happens to this day. Like, I do 10K runs, VO2, everything, man, training 6 hours a day, still hopping there and I'm like, where's all my fitness going?
It must be crazy as well, is like, you must get to a stage where you think you've got that fitness.
Yeah.
And then you copping elbows and punches and stuff as well. That must add to it again.
It does, yeah. Having your adrenaline dumps and everything else all in there. The only thing I've really noticed with experience is being able to stay as more composed or dealing with your nerves.
Okay.
So like leading into my fights, this day and age, never used to. Your nerves used to just rock me everywhere. To the point of there was even fights where I'm at the venue and I'm like, oh shit, I might have to leave here. This is crazy. Like,
really?
Yeah, it was wild. But basically what I've been able to adapt and go into is, so whenever I'm in fight prep and stuff, I try not to think of it as fight prep. I'm just training, putting in the hard work in, leading up to the fight. I try not to get it in my head too much as I'm about to fight. I try to think that I'm just going to an event. So and then even on fight day, I try to think that I'm just going to watch some people fight and stuff, just to try and stay on top of my nerves. The nerves are still there. We're human. It's going to be.
I would imagine.
I find that it prevents a lot of them from sort of coming in and taking over. And then, the way I've been able to find ways to do that is breathing. So like through breathing control, a bit of meditation or affirmations and those things, just to sort of distract my mind and then try to continue on with what I'm doing at the time. Or But again, it's only an experience.
It must be wild then to, because obviously I suppose in the back of your head you know what's going on, but still telling yourself, and then just hear your music hit and just go, oh my God.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, you got the two voices in there, one going shut up, and then you got all these voices trying to come in. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So where did you sort of start to dabble in the whole meditation and mindset state of thing? Did you just stumble across it one day? Or?
Yeah, so I was just like listening to all different motivational things like Mike Tyson, all these different ones, David Goggins. And I remember in Conor McGregor's earlier years, he spoke about this book called The Secret, and it's about the law of attraction. And I was like, what's this? Like, is this real? What's he talking about? I want this. I want to be able to have what I say I'm going to have and all this and that. And I actually read this. I've read The Secret multiple times. And with that, just started to YouTube and just research more about visualization, law of attractions, affirmations, and all these things. And just, by researching, really found ones that worked well for me. And still trying to find ones that do. And
I dabble in those videos as well. I just love hearing Connor, early days Connor, just talk about like he'd be driving his car and just picturing a Lambo badge, or he'd like go in a car park and he'd be like, "There's a car park right there," and it'd happen for him. And it's like just little stuff like that. So no wonder he got as far as he did.
It is, bro. And then like exactly what you just said, then I've literally done. Like, so I'm driving in, I'm like at a car park, and I'm like, all right, there's a car spot at the front door, car spot. Fuck, there's no car spot. But it's exactly it. By trying to do that as much as you can, sort of thing. And I definitely can say it works for sure. It may not work every single time or where you want it to, but if you practice it enough, it definitely does help. The visualizations, affirmations, law of attraction's huge, man.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's because I was telling you before, I do stand up as well, and like I tried to somewhat tie that in with the stand up journey, but it's just like I just couldn't really quite make it work. But then I heard Joey Diaz one day on a podcast or something. He's like, "Oh, with stand up, you've just got to make sure something's happening roughly every 90 days. And since I started consciously making an effort of that, it's like, it's weird. And I don't know if it's because I'm like conscious of it now that I'm like, okay, something has to happen. But I sit back and I go, that is about 90 days from last time something happened. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is the universe?
It's wild, hey. It's like I know it's completely off training and all that, but like there's certain bills and I'm like, that I've got to have by, and I'm like, all right, I don't know how the universe is going to do it. It's coming in, and then not only thinking of it, I try to get my body to actually go through the emotions physically of it and like feeling that release of the stress or happiness or whatever it is that I'm trying to work for or go towards. And it's wild, man. It's a wild thing.
So you had your 4 fights, you said, and then you had your first title fight?
First title fight,
that must be crazy as well.
It was so surreal, to be honest, because just to tick the box of jump in the ring was enough for me. So when I got the first title shot, I was like, wow, this is amazing. A shout out to Ian Bronson as well. He's been a big part of my career. He runs Rumble at the Ridge.
Cool.
He's been a big part. He's stuck by me for many, many years through thick and thin. There's been lots of stuff and he's been there. So, big shout out to him and thank you. So my first title fight, I actually fought a 3-time World Taekwondo Champion. And man, holy dooly, he come out, touch gloves, hit me with like, I don't even know what you'd call it. His foot was here and then all of a sudden he's spinning around, hit me with that. And by the end of the fight, I was cut up because like it was a lot of flicky stuff. It wasn't really full power, it wasn't Thai techniques. It was more just Taekwondo techniques he was throwing. But well, it was coming from everywhere and everywhere. And but it was so much fun, man. I had so much fun in there. And then after that one, just kept going from there, bro. But it was surreal.
So you won that one?
No.
Oh, you lost that one, right? Okay.
So it was a bit of a controversial one. But we won't go there too bad. It is what it is, you take it. So I'll take that one to the chin. It was what it is. But it got me really, really hungry to be able to get that title.
Yeah, I could imagine. So how long after that until you got another title shot?
So I was lucky enough to get told that if I continue to do what I'm doing and everything, that I'll get on the next show with the title. So I was like, all right, let's see how this happens. Put the work in, and I actually ended up getting a different title opportunity on another show. They're not running anymore, but it was he's a legend, Dante Rodriguez. He was only 16 at the time. And in my head, I was like, oh, nah, it's not this, it's going to do that. Walked out, touched gloves, and I was like, what the fuck did he just kick me with? I was like, was that a horse that just kicked me? He was one of the biggest hitters I've ever been hit by. And it was a 5-round war, man. It was so much fun. And then, so I got that by a split point. And then, shout out to his dad. His dad asked for a rematch because he thought that he could have got it. Unfortunately, I won by first round knockout. It was a pretty bad knockout. So, I hope nothing but for him. But, it was pretty wild. And then after I won that, I started winning them all back to back, and
Yeah, right.
that's
So a couple of things there.
yep.
You said 5-round war and it was so fun.
Yeah, I know. How do you get war and fun in the same thing? I got no idea, but it's just like any problems that I have or whatever I'm going through, whatever I've gone through in life, like I couldn't think about it at the time. I was just so caught up in the moment that the excitement and fun of the actual fight and what I was getting to do and the position I was in just took over everything else in my life.
Yeah,
I had
cool.
nothing else, no issue, nothing. There was nothing coming through the mind. Yeah,
That must be cool as well. Like, especially if you're into the whole mindset thing, just one time, one place, just nothing else in the world matters.
It's wild. And even on that thing, like there's still times where I'm like, without realizing it, I might have some bad thoughts or the negative thoughts, not in just fighting, just in generally in life. And then all of a sudden, fuck, it's there.
Yeah, okay.
And those things are there. So it's like...
Is this during the fight?
No, just in general.
Oh, okay,
anything.
right.
Like I might be like, all right, this is what I want to do. And then all of a sudden I have some bad thoughts about that specific, what I'm trying to work for or go towards. And these bad thoughts come up, but I don't shut them out straight away. And then time comes and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, here those bad thoughts are happening right now. So the law of attraction I found can really go both ways.
Definitely.
And so anytime these negative or bad thoughts pop up about whatever it is I'm doing in life, I try to kick them right out.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever snapped out of that, like what would you call it? Like tunnel vision, I suppose, in the ring? Have you ever not been as focused as you would have liked?
I wouldn't say I've lost it in the ring.
Okay.
But I think there was one point there where I was on a 9-fight win streak and they were all by KO.
Okay.
So obviously that can go to your head. And as I said, like when you're losing, it can either make you quit or really dig deep. But I think that does the same thing with winning. You can get comfortable in certain times and that's what I did. So it wasn't more to it happened in the ring, but leading up to those fights, maybe didn't put the commitment in or whatever. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm the champion.
Yeah,
I've
right.
already got this, you know. But so you can slightly get lost of focus and go off track and
Yeah, right. And the other thing I had from what you said before is you mentioned 2 opponents there that were just throwing crazy stuff that you sort of stopped and said, what was that?
Yeah.
That must be the crazy thing with Muay Thai as well, is because there's so many different ways to attack.
Yep.
People must be coming up with random stuff on the daily, right?
It is, yeah. And then not only, they're just coming up with new things as well, as you said, but you're getting all sorts of different stylists. So like you might get someone that had a karate background, or they strike taekwondo, as I mentioned before, or just whatever it is, and they have these different angles and they strike from different ways, and it's like, what's this? This isn't,
right.
So
how do you sort of adjust to that in the ring then? Do you just do you dial in what they're doing and try and adjust your style to that, or
just try to basically keep it. It's obviously a Thai fight, so I just try to stick to the basic, like the high scoring things, you know what I mean, and rather than trying to let them get away with too much. Obviously they're doing what they're doing, but just try and shut them down by just sticking to my game plan, which
cool. All right, well, let's move on to the next thing that you got going on.
Yep.
So, as we mentioned at the start, you've got a title fight coming up in January.
Yeah, wild.
Wild. That is wild.
And it's a blessing. Like
it is a blessing, yeah?
Yeah. And also not only that, like as a kid growing up, I know as I said earlier, I didn't know anything about Thai boxing as a kid. It was only boxing. So Anthony Mundine was one of my idols growing up.
Yeah.
And now to actually be fighting for him on his card is just like, whoa, slap myself moment. It's crazy.
Must be insane.
Had him in the gym the other week here doing an interview. Like, it's wild, man.
That must be cool.
Again, it's the law of attraction, brother.
yeah, exactly.
It's
exactly.
finest.
So the title you're going for, it's bare knuckle.
Yep.
Under Anthony Mundine's promotion that you mentioned, which is sick. I think they did one earlier this year, did they?
They done Bare Bones one, had a little bit to do with that, which was awesome. Even though I didn't get to compete because I had the broken jaw I was still healing up on.
Right.
I was actually meant to compete on that, but because my jaw had freshly been broken,
Yep.
unfortunately I missed out on that. But I was lucky enough that the guys that are part of the whole organisation and team be able to help me get in and help out. Like I was wrapping hands on the night, and because obviously having the bare knuckle experience, I knew how to wrap over the knuckle, all that sort of stuff. So I was fortunate enough to be able to be a part of the promotion and be there. So it was awesome. And as you could imagine, Bart,
there's just a
go away truck.
There's a truck driving past right now. That's all good.
But it also did give me, obviously being there, it gave me more hunger to want to get back in and go, all right.
Okay.
And then because obviously my last fight was pretty wide. It was a world first from my understanding. Like, it was a smaller cage. There was a diamond in the middle.
Yep.
You can call them out. No scoring off your back foot, which
Yep.
is what I like to do. I like to score a lot off my back foot.
Yeah.
And just sort of just take my time with it. But yeah, second exchange, I went for a rip and he threw a check hook. As he did, boom, felt my jaw break straight away.
Oh, no.
But I was like, oh, that's all right. Got back up, kept trying to go. I think it was a minute and 31 seconds after my jaw had been broken. The ref called it off because my jaw was like hanging down a fair bit. Yeah, so it's pretty wild. So I unfortunately missed that, but now got the opportunity and got the full clearance on the jaw and everything's going good.
Nice. All right. So where does that transition, I suppose, come from Muay Thai to bare knuckle?
Good question. So as bad as it sounds, back to the roots of being a kid and just being silly, like, street fights, all that sort of stuff. I had hundreds of them, and so it's nothing new to me with the bare knuckle.
Okay.
Obviously, being in a ring, it's so different when you got another professional from you rather than just having a scrappy street fight and that. So yeah, that was what really lit it up. But I think the biggest thing that really attracted me to bare knuckle was Mike Perry. Yeah. So I watched a couple of his fights and I was like, this guy's an animal. This is savage. This is awesome. So again, similar to like what I had with obviously it was a movie when I was watching Ong Bak, but I seen this and I was like, what is this? Why have they got no gloves on? What's this all about? And just fell in love with it. Yeah. And then I had a good friend of mine, Hayes. Hayes.
Yeah.
So he flew over to London and fought on Bad to the Bone as well. And I ended up reaching out to that promoter, Stefan. He's such a good guy, really good bloke. You reached out to him and basically we had some chats and stuff and he's like, you get yourself over here and that. And I got myself over there. I flew over there only with my wife.
Yeah,
no tournament, no team, no nothing.
Yeah.
Fought a guy with over 100 fights and that was wild, bro. I was out cold in the first round, hit me with a massive shot and I don't remember none of it. It was about the 7-second count. The room was completely quiet. I was like, what the fuck? Why was my head so sore? Yeah. And all I heard and only once was my wife in the corner say, get the fuck up. And I was like, oh shit, I'm in a fight, come back to. And it was like it woke me up. I just, was straight into it, switched on.
I guess that's the best advice in that moment,
isn't
it?
Yeah, bro, it was wild. And then I was fortunate enough, I caught him with a shot in the 4th round, dropped him, gave him an 8 count, went all 5 rounds and we got fight of the night too.
Yeah,
so
cool.
As you could imagine, there was a few contracts from different organisations that were coming forward from that. So yeah, it's been a wild ride, man.
So how does that, what was that moment like? Like obviously you've had a number of fights in Muay Thai.
Yep.
But that first bare knuckle one, the nerves must have been insane.
Were wild. So hang on, let me check. I think this was actually the morning of the fight before we left the apartments. I was throwing up like crazy. Yeah. Just from nerves. Like as I was saying, the law of attraction didn't help me with this one. I was got the better of me. So I was actually throwing up quite a bit on the morning. Okay. Not overly, had a little bit of jet lag, but I'm not going to put it on that. I was just the nerves. Yeah, we're taking a lot. And then we're out the back. I got my hands wrapped. I walked over to my partner and said, "Babe, is this fucking for real?" I was like, "Yeah, no, nothing on my knuckles." Like, wow, this is surreal. And then they got me down the back, walked out, and then just before I walked out, it was like all these like Roman gladiators up on the wall and stuff like that, and there's like all this Roman really nice music like that. Oh, I don't know even how to
yeah,
you know
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
I don't think either of us are singers.
I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah, so it was like that, and I just looked up and I was like looking around like, fuck, this is surreal. And you don't walk out with your team, you just walk out by yourself.
Oh, okay, wow.
So I was like, this is crazy. Got out there and then it was so electrifying. And then when I was in there, the fun I had, I can't even put into words. Yeah. It was just so raw, so real, bro. It was awesome. Nuts. Just the slightest touch doesn't even have to be power. It's like you've hit your head on the concrete. It's like you've fallen over and hit your head on the concrete. It's a thud to the skull. Okay. It's so different. And then, obviously I learnt because I broke 2 metacarpals in my right hand, 3 metacarpals in my left. And I was like, all right, take the power back after the second round because I was just throwing everything I did. And I found that with the bare knuckle, the jab, feints were setting everything up, and then just the light shots, especially to the body, took everything, man, and made him, really reactive. So you
broke your hands early in the fight?
Yeah, in the first round.
So you're fighting with broken hands?
First round.
Yeah,
they were both
That's
gone.
nuts, eh? Because is that like the most common injury in bare knuckle? Because
I would assume so.
Yeah. I hear so many people say they're fighting with broken hands.
Because you've only got a little spot, like if you've got the eyebrows down to the chin, hit anywhere outside there, it's broken hands. Yeah. So it's a very small room for error. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I've seen some wild things like the bare bones. One of the guys had his retina. From his eyeball actually detached.
Really?
Yeah, so you had to go get that. So there's some pretty wild injuries. But they say, and I don't know, that apparently so, like they're saying that bare knuckle boxing is more safer than glove boxing.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Apparently, this is from what I've been told. I don't know the actual science behind it, but due to like obviously 12 rounds, constant hitting in the head, constant damage to the constant knocks to the brain, whereas bare knuckle, it's obviously half that. It's only 5 rounds, and you don't take as much shots because if you do cop a few shots, you go down. So it's not the constant knocks over 12 rounds. So I've heard long term, apparently it's actually less on the brain and stuff. So
yeah, I have heard that as well, but I've done zero research.
Yeah,
there's zero research on this podcast, by the way. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Bro. So you're feeling good. You're in camp at the moment.
Yeah.
It's is it January 24th?
So
I've fumbled the date here, have I?
No, you haven't.
Oh, right, okay.
I can't release that.
Oh, okay.
No,
sweet.
you're right. Yeah, you'll see in the next week or so it will be up. Yeah, that's
perfect. All right.
But yeah, actually, this camp round has been different. So even though I said I've had the 34 pro fights, not once have I ever had a dietitian.
Oh, okay.
No,
cool.
I'm a lazy prick when it comes to that.
Me too. I'm so bad.
I leave it from Monday to Friday, normally to cut between 10 to 8 kilos.
Okay.
It's not good because it's just obviously pretty much just starvation, no fluid, not healthy. Like I've ended up in hospital twice for my organs shutting down because of it. This time round, what's today, Monday? It's only been a week. So this time round, I've paid for an amazing dietitian, and I started with him on Monday. I've already lost 4 kilos. I'm eating 3-4 times because I never really eaten through the day. I think over the years, I grew like a bad relationship with food because of the weight cuts and that. So I'd only ever have dinner at night, and throughout the day would be 4 to 6 coffees and maybe 4 to 6 shots in each coffee.
Yeah.
So I was just running on fumes.
Yeah.
It surprises me now that I'm like over a week into it. I'm like, how the fuck have I been able to do what I've done just running on what I have?
It's nuts, eh?
Yeah, but I've noticed now obviously my sleep's been improved because obviously the lack of the caffeine in the body, the injuries are recovering as well better because obviously the food's help the recovery. My energy levels just... I couldn't even, man, this has been wild. This is a crazy camp, and it's only a week into it, and I'm like, wow. So, yeah,
this has
changed, bro. Yeah, like the weight's just dropping, and I'm like, how's this doing? And the energy level, everything, man. And because I told the dietitian I have a sweet tooth because I love my food, there's some amazing things in my nutrition plan, that's for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like I'm on weight. It's like eating like a king. Like I get steaks for lunch. Like, oh, man, YoPro in the morning, YoPro at night, protein pancakes. Oh, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Bro. It's wild.
Look out, he's living like a king over there.
It is, man. Eating like, it is, hey.
Yeah, right. So. And obviously, like I said, well, I suppose we'll veer away from that since I might step a little bit too close.
No, you're all good, bro. No, that's cool. We can.
We're in your gym, Legacy Thai Boxing.
Yeah.
So where did that stem from, I suppose, to open your own gym? And
so a few years back, after having a couple fights, I won't mention the name of the gym, but basically where I was training at had got bought out by somebody else.
Okay.
But this somebody that brought him didn't really... I don't know why they brought him. It's just they just brought him out.
Yeah, okay.
But they had no experience or no knowledge in martial arts or anything.
Right.
So
more of like a business move over.
Yeah, and then it went from everyone there to nobody, and I was just rocking up myself every day, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then after so many months went by, actually it was probably closer to a year, I ended up having 1 fight for him, and then, I had 2 fights for him. Then I was like, all right, had a chat to him, and I was like, hey man, I'm really not getting the opportunities I know I can get. If something doesn't happen very soon, there's no trainers in, that sort of stuff, I'm just going to go start my own thing.
Yep.
That was, I think I said like 6 months or something, the time frame. Got down 3 months. I gave him a 3-month warning, and I'm not too sure if he thought I was serious or whatnot or whatever. And they got to the crunch, comes a time, and I'm like, hey man, I'm doing my own thing next week. And I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, he turned around and goes, hey, do you want this lease? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I signed it in your name. I was like, yeah, whoa, okay. Well, this is going from real fast. I'd only had 2 titles at the time as well. It's 2 Queensland titles. And I was like, oh, yeah, right, sweet. And then I signed it, but all the equipment got taken.
Oh,
I wasn't aware of that, bro.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, shit, here we go. I've got like basically an empty warehouse. What do I do? Luckily for me, that coming weekend that I signed the lease over, I had a fight and ended up winning the Australian WKBF Thai boxing title, won by first round knockout. That was a pretty savage knockout by elbow. And come to my gym on Monday, and I was like, what the heck? There was like over 20 people there, and I'm like, I think it was from that win
Yeah,
and stuff, because I
cool.
noticed every time there's a fight show now, still this day and age, that's that week that it's massive.
Something happens,
yeah. So I was like, whoa, what's this? And as I said, I had no bags, no nothing. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do here? So I just had to really think on my head. And I was still learning. I wasn't actually, I don't think I was really in a position to be fully instructed and help people that are, but not. So I was having people come to me with like 30 plus fights, and I'm like, man, what am I going to do? Haven't got this knowledge. So I ended up reaching out to people like Soren Monkentong. Not too sure if you're familiar with him.
Maybe if I saw a picture,
he was huge for me. But Jared Ryder, a few people that really knew what they were doing.
Yep.
And I'd go do PTs with them, and then I'd go back to my gym for an hour or half an hour, and then I'd go back to my gym and just practice what they taught me for no exaggeration, a good 6 hours.
Yeah, right.
So I had to learn and to sprint real fast before walking or running. And then, so from there, it all sort of just started really just picking up.
Yeah,
And, that's how I started my own gym. And I think the biggest thing that made me want to before I did is because I realised, I know out of combat sports, I find that Thai boxing is one of your biggest traditional sports. A lot of respect, but it is in all of them, but that's where I find the most. But there's politics.
Okay.
And unfortunately, politics are in everything. Boxing, kickboxing, just your work, everywhere. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't like this. This is not good. And especially from where I've come from and where I wanted to, what I'd gone through in life, I was like, this is not for me. And I was like, how can I do? And I was like, I'm in an hour and what to do. And I was like, fuck, you know what? I can really help people. I think I can give place at people where they don't have to worry about this politics and all this other crap. And that's where it all started. And I think that's something that still to this day and age is I'm all about quality over quantity is something and being technical.
Yep.
So like giving the breakdowns with each student that come through, and I don't care if it's you're a world champion or it's your first day, you're going to get the same time off me. You're going to get the same respect. No one's more or less or equal.
Awesome.
You're all equal. To be honest, I'm probably going to give the guy with 1 day more time because this guy's there. Whereas a lot of times people that come into gyms, they're like, "You're a world champion, hey mate," and they give them all the time. It's just unfair. So it breaks people down too much. So it's something that I think that was really got me to start the gym. Was just to give people a safe space and somewhere where they felt as equal as everyone else. And it's definitely done that. So
Cool.
Yeah, man,
That's good. I can see it in your face that you're passionate about it. You love it.
I love it, bro. Yeah.
Do you, obviously you said you enjoy helping people and things like that. Was there a period where it maybe wasn't so fun, or you've loved the teaching aspect from the start? Because I've also heard other fighters say that teaching helped them fight as well, like the way that you got to break down.
So, on that note, I've never learnt so much than me actually having to be in the deep end and go, fuck, you need to know what you're teaching, how you're teaching it, because if not, then these people are going to look at you like you're an idiot.
Yeah,
and what impact are you going to have if people are looking at you like you're a nobody or silly, you know? So, I even say that to a couple of my trainers that I've got on board now. I tell them that, the fastest and the most progress I had was actually when I was having to start to teach, because I had to really think about the body mechanics, how to break it down to and what leads to definitely. But from day one, I've had a passion for the teaching side of things, and I think, don't know if it's just because of the life or upbringing that I had or not, and I just wanted to help others that are less fortunate or whatever it is. So
no, it's sick. You showed me around the gym before we started, and you've got it all. It looks insane.
Cheers,
So you've even got a little kids section over here.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
I might go have a play over there once we're finished.
That's it, brother. That's it. But it's awesome, man. It's a great place for the community. Mental health, obviously, I'm big on that sort of thing. That's like the men's mental awareness for One Round Wars next weekend.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's why I put the video up. I don't know if you've seen. I put a video up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they got me to do a video.
So you're just going up as a spectator?
Yeah, just going up as a spectator. I'm
cool.
just excited, man. It's just to be able to give the community and people that are less fortunate or can't even see any light, somewhat of faith or hope out there, bro. So
no, it's cool, mate. Well, definitely. Your story's insane, and the way that you've sort of spun it all on its head, and you're like, well, let's help others to do it, and also sort of further yourself as well with your world titles and things like that. Cheers, so it's a full credit to you. We might wrap up the podcast. I asked the guests. I've been springing it on the guests lately because I've been. It's not a stitch up. It's not a stitch up. Basically, the name of the podcast is the Can't Get Any Worse podcast, right? So obviously, we don't have to touch on any of the heavier stuff that you mentioned at the start.
Yep,
is there a time in your life where you've just sort of thrown your hands up and you've gone, oh, shit can't get any worse for me right now, or
Multiple times, brother. Multiple times. It still happens to today, man.
That's the answer I like.
It happens still to this day.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to make sure people know too, man. Like, I talk about this good stuff and everything else. I'm human as well. I still have I still have bills. I got all these other worries that other people do too.
Yeah.
Like, people just get to see the best of my life. It's not all smile and sunshines. Like, we all have our things. It's just about surrounding yourself with like-minded people that can also help change your mindset a little bit,
awesome.
you know what I mean? But yeah, I want everyone to know that too, that not every day is sunshines and rain, and brother, like I'm struggling every single day. It's just about how we do it and getting up and pushing through, bro. So
yeah, cool. Yeah. No, awesome. Do you have a moment that sticks out? It can be a bad day at work. It can be
Yep. The day I went to prison.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was just like, actually, because from my, I won't go. I got to be careful where it. But from this actually happened after. So I was already multiple time champion, all that sort of stuff. Went to prison only a few years ago. Went to prison and stuff. Spent 11 months in there. And I was just like, because I knew the ins and the outs, and finally after 11 months, I was found not guilty and released. But, man, that when I first did, I was like, fuck this, I'm done with it all. What's everything? And I was just lucky enough. I had my amazing partner that sort of kept it going, and then it did shut down. But that was it when I went to prison, man. I was like, fuck this, I'm done with everything. I'm done with it all.
That's nuts, mate. Yeah, just everything you're saying, I'm like, fucking, it's crazy that you've got the mindset that you do, where you just you seem so positive and things like that. So,
but I think like everything in life, I think it's just, as you said, I know it seems like a positive mindset. It's just either taking one choice or the other, you know. You should try and take that right choice. And if we don't know what the right choice is, reach out to someone that you think might know it, you know, and they can help give you the right answers or give you the path where it might start changing your life and that. So
yeah, definitely, mate. I reckon that message is a good note to finish up on. Where can people find you on socials, or if they want to get in touch with the gym? Or
Instagram, Brad the Weapon Walton. Instagram, Legacy Thai Boxing. We're down in Redland Bay, just in the business park area there. So yeah, if you're free, wanting to come on down, meet the family, come on down and get amongst it all.
I think I might have to get in here and train with you
brother,
once.
Well, we've got some sparring coming soon.
We'll tee something up. All right, perfect, mate. Appreciate you jumping on. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later.
Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join